Welcome to Escaping Purgatory, a podcast where we rewatch Supernatural, then talk it through in the hopes we can finally escape this show.
Join us each week and leave comments on upcoming episodes, and together we can escape Supernatural Purgatory.
Hello.
Hello.
This episode, so I'll start in a professional fashion like we don't normally do and say that this is season 8, episode 2. What's up, Tiger Mommy? It's written by Andrew Dabb and Daniel Laughlin and directed by John Showalter. And I'm kind of mad that this is like a Dabb and Laughlin episode.
Me too.
Because this, oh my God. Like, if you didn't believe in like Destiel before this episode, I don't understand how this didn't convert you.
Right.
And it has some excellent lines. This episode, I was going through, I was like, oh my gosh, this has every single quotable line in it. Like, it's so good. Yeah.
I need to show you the last thing that I wrote in my notes.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Oh, sorry. I can't see myself real quick. You do that? That's me writing.
Yes.
Because that last scene. Excuse me, what?
This is the season for Destiel. Like, this establishes the fact that, like, they're in love with each other and it's not healthy.
Yeah.
It's not good for either of them, but 100% they are. And, like, come on. How are you watching this and being like, anyway, we'll get to the scene.
They're just friends.
Yeah, they're just friends. Nobody looks at their friends that way.
No. Nobody fights through purgatory. No.
Yeah. No.
Not at all.
Yeah. This episode was everything I ever wanted in a Supernatural episode. I loved it. And yeah, there are some real stupid moments in this too, which is really good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and this is the Sam being worthy episode. I kind of wish that Dean had seen that just to be like a little bit nicer to Sam sometimes. But then would that be a big impact on Dean? And also this has got nothing to do with their characters. It's literally because, like, I think the Avengers movie just came out.
Yeah, I think so. And Sam has long hair. So
yeah. It's like, oh, this is our version of Thor.
Yeah.
Yes, I too love this episode.
Yeah.
Mainly because of Linda Tran, though.
Oh, honestly. Like, you were saying to me before we started this, like, we need a strong female character in Supernatural, and Linda Tran she's the one, you know?
She is the one.
Yeah.
Yep. She actually protects her son.
Yes.
And, like, I thought for a moment that they were going to clarify what being soulless means. No. They avoided that.
Oh, no. They're like, oh, you wish you were. Sam, are you sure? Like, you seem pretty happy being soulless. I'll be real. Like,
yeah. I mean, and the only reason why it was really bad for Sam regaining his soul was because his soul was corrupted.
Yeah. Like,
had that not been the case, it would have been fine.
Yeah, it would have been fine. Like, it was a big deal for her to offer up her soul. But also, I feel like she's doing what most mothers would do, right? She's like, my son is more important than I am in this world. And I think we can respect the hell out of Linda Tran for that. Because she did it while being scared. And I love that they show that. She wasn't like, oh yeah, I'm going into this and I'm going to be badass about it. Like, she was fully scared about it. And I think it's such a good character moment for her.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yep. Well, I mean, we will get to it, but there's one thing also that, like, that whole auction thing, really cool idea. I really like the idea of, like,
same.
Offering up other unique items in exchange. And I'm just thinking, you have, like, so much stuff that you couldn't, and obviously they didn't know that was the kind of auction that was going to be. So like, they should have asked the Purple Riddler for, like, clarification, because they could have gone to, like, one of John's storage places.
Oh yeah.
Or Bobby's storage places and found something.
I guess they didn't have time because it's literally like that night, wasn't it? But, like, yeah, you're right. They should have had something. Could they not have offered up, the demon knife was a thing that they had, and it would have been kind of sucky to lose it, but they could have offered it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Or like, I don't know, something else, a strand of Sam's hair. I feel like someone would have gone for that.
Honestly, yeah. Like, servitude of... maybe they wouldn't want to enslave themselves, maybe not. But like a favor from the Winchesters.
Yeah.
That would be pretty.
That would be good, yeah. Also, I didn't see them offering up their own souls for a chance to close the gates of hell, just saying.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
But everyone knows that their souls are worthless.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I'm just kidding.
They do know better than that now, I feel.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we should get into it. I have a lot to say about this episode. I have things and stuff and like reactions.
Yes. So the recap was pretty short, really, all things considered. They didn't really pull from any other season. It was mostly all of last episode.
Mm-hmm.
So it was Dean coming out of purgatory, then meeting up with Sam. It was basically explaining where Dean was for the past year.
Yeah.
They didn't explain where Sam was. Like, that doesn't really matter yet.
Yeah.
They had a bit of Benny and Dean saying that Cass didn't make it.
Uh-huh.
And then Kevin's backstory and where he was for the past year.
Yeah.
And that their plan is to banish all demons. That's essentially it. It was pretty short and sweet.
Yep. That's the plan.
That is the plan. And it's a dumb plan. Because you know it's not going to work. So we're in Chicago, Illinois.
Yes.
And we're in some sort of bank vault. And this man, who I said to Amy before we start recording, who looks like a mix between Salvador Dali and Julian Richings, just walks in. Is he supposed to be Odin?
I thought he was supposed to be Loki.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, because he would have a giant's finger. Yeah, that makes sense.
And like, he doesn't have any of the traits of Odin, like the one eye. If he'd had an eye patch, I'd been like, yeah, it's Odin.
Right, that's why I was like so confused at like who was supposed to be.
Yeah, I think it's Loki, but like they never say. And they call him Mr. Vil. I don't know, it's just like, I don't know, just a villain name. Mr. Vil, right?
Is that Cruella de Vil's husband?
Right, maybe, possibly. But yeah, so I always assumed this was Loki, but they never say one way or the other.
Because who else can wield Mjolnir?
I mean, Thor. Technically only Thor. Yeah.
I thought Odin could as well, because he made it, didn't he?
Probably Odin, yeah. And some dwarves. He could be one of the dwarves that made Mjolnir.
True.
Yeah. There's like loads of other
it's
stuff
not explained.
Too. Like, yeah. It's not explained. I just assumed Loki, because like he looked the most Loki, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Loki's come back. Because, you know, Gabriel was supposed to be Loki. Yeah, anyway.
Oh, yeah. That's a good point. I still think it's Loki. I feel like maybe we could do a whole backstory on this. Like, Gabriel, like, screwed him over. Took his place. And now he's back because Gabriel's dead. And that's why he's trying to get Mjolnir. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
That works. Yep. So this guy walks into the safety deposit vault and he's asking to open box number 1. Ooh, I guess that's a big deal to get number 1.
Yeah.
And this lovely lady is like, oh, you said box number 1? And he just says, if memory serves. So yeah, he's when this bank opened, probably in the 17th century or whatever. Not that long, 1700s.
Yeah.
So she opens it up. And I thought they were going to do like a Tarantino moment, because he opens it up and you don't really see what's inside.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, it's like just going to like glow, but then it cuts to him like holding up like what looks like a bone, essentially.
Yeah, it's a bone.
She's like she then says, oh, is there anything else I can like help you with?
Mm-hmm.
And he says, why, yes. Now I think about it, and then we see her blood like splatter up against the safety deposit boxes.
It only occurred to me, literally, as we were recording it, she's the 5/8 of a virgin.
Yeah. No.
I know, and I've watched this multiple times. I've never realised that.
The thing is, I don't agree with the bag that he was holding, because that's not 5/8 of a human.
No.
He was like, he's not 5/8 of a human. I feel weird about that phrasing too, just because like that's in the constitution of what a black person is accounted for as a person.
That's really bad.
Yeah.
I assume that wasn't on purpose.
Oh, is it 3/5? I can't remember. It's like a very weird percentage.
Yeah, but like that kind of thing.
fraction.
Yeah, I understand what people would make. Yeah, I understand.
Yeah. So I was just like, "Ooh, this doesn't feel good," when they said that. But like, that's basically like a human body, maybe without a leg.
I was always taught like first aid, I think like you can divide your body into like ninths. So like your head is one, your arm, like, and that like you use it when you get a burn or whatever to know how bad it is. To say like, oh yeah, if you burn like a ninth of your body, like yeah, you'd go to like get some help. So yeah, maybe that's how I did it. So it'd be a lot. It'd be like a whole arm and leg and then something else.
Right, and he holds up just like a small canvas bag, like the size of a head.
Yeah, maybe. I guess she was like splattered, so it's scooped and dropped in the bag.
Yeah,
and maybe that's why he's only got 5/8 because the rest is like still left behind.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Like all the water of your body is like not part of it.
But that's also it's incredibly gross.
Yeah. I was like, oh, poor lady. Like, I thought he was gonna be a bigger thing in this episode, but he really wasn't. And like, I guess they had to have at least one murder.
Oh yeah, you gotta have the blood splatter. Exactly.
And then we get the title card.
Oh yeah. So we don't know how long has passed since the last episode, but I assume it's not very long. Yeah. Because they're all together, Dean, Sam and Kevin. Kevin is asking why to go check on his mum, and Dean's like, no. Well, he technically says, like, swing by, it's a day's drive in the opposite direction. But Kevin's kind of like, well, Crowley killed my not girlfriend. Like, let's go check on my mum. Sam's on Kevin's side, but he also seems to like not care very much. He's just like, yeah, why not?
I'm here.
Yeah, I'm here.
Just chilling.
Yeah. Dean says, stay out of this. And this is why I mean, like, he doesn't care because Sam smiles at him. Like, I think part of it is because, like, Sam's a bit like, we're going to go check on the kid's mum. Like, Dean's making a show of it, but we're going to go. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
So Dean's trying to convince him that she's fine. They're like, he's like, no, she could not be. And Dean convinces him that like Crowley needs her to be okay. He would have like basically protected her because he needs to use her as a bargaining chip, and that she's bait. So if they go, they're going to get caught. So I like this little bit. He says it's like,
okay, all we need to do is find the tablet, whip up the spell, and boom. Sunshine and sandy beaches.
Still want to go to the beach, Dean. So yeah, ultimately, of course, they decide to go. Like, Dean's like, son of a bitch, we're gonna go. And I'm like, you're always gonna go, Dean. You're always gonna go. So they go to Neighbor, Michigan, and they're like parked across the street and they're looking through the like binoculars and they just see her at the window. It's so simple. Sam says, Tiger Mum, 9:00. If anyone who doesn't know, and this is only my understanding because I haven't Googled this, I think a tiger mum is like someone who just really like pushes their child, you know?
Yeah, that's what I understand it to be too.
Yeah.
It's like the opposite of a helicopter mum.
Yeah, kind of. Well, no, also that too, because helicopter's like always hovering. I feel like a tiger mum is the same thing, right? I'm like, no, you have to do it. Really pushing hard. Kevin says, she seems okay. Sad, but okay. Aww. They see the mailman. They notice that he's filled the mailbox 3 times. They're like, oh yeah, he's a demon. And there's like a gardener watering the plants too much. It's basically people acting weird. So they go and kill them all with the demon killing knife. And
yeah,
I liked in this episode that they make a big deal about the demon killing knife at the end, but they don't make any kind of thing at the beginning. A little bit.
No. What? So when they actually got me, like when he stabbed the gardener, like coming around the corner.
Yeah.
Well, I was like, can you imagine if Dean was wrong that it wasn't a demon? He just stabbed a dude.
Yeah, you're so right, actually. Like, because I do feel like there was a moment on his face when, after he stabbed him, where he was like, oh yeah. Like, you know, like he was a demon.
Mm-hmm.
I do feel like there was that moment where he stabbed that guy and then was like, oh yeah, he was a demon, it's fine. If you go back and watch it, yeah, look at his face. Like, yeah.
It was concerning. Like, it's concerning. I mean, Dean has a lot of concerning behavior in this episode, besides this.
Oh yeah, there's a lot. And I think it plays into the whole, like, PTSD, back from a war zone kind of, and I think it's a good storyline for him. So we see Linda Tran and another woman, they're playing cards, clearly her friend. Her friend's name is Eunice. And Eunice is saying, like, you know, you're doing the best you can, you're staying here in case Kevin comes back. And then literally, like, Kevin comes in. Well, she goes and answers the door to him, standing there. He goes, hi, Mom. And she's like, Kevin! And then Sam and Dean immediately appear and, like, throw holy water at her. It's like, oh.
She's so chill about it, too. I would be human.
I'd be so mad. I like the fact that Dean says she's clean. Like, they just threw with water on her and then said she's clean. Like, I don't know. They kind of walk in and Sam's like, you smelled that? And as they go in, they see Eunice is like, the demon's trying to escape out of Eunice. And what Sam does next, I thought was really morally questionable. So Sam does this spell, which we find out what it is later, and the smoke goes back into this woman's body.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like, Dean just stabs her. And he's like, you didn't have to murder that woman.
Right. You literally you did a reverse exorcism. That's what it is. Sorry to give it away. But, like, yeah, and then what?
And they could have, like, devil trapped her, couldn't they? You know?
Right. They're acting as if every person now who gets possessed turns into what Linda Tran does at the end of this episode, like some zoned out person. But, like, that's never happened before. Like, yes, they remember, like, horrible things, but the thing is, these demons are around her to make sure that she, like, if Kevin comes back, they're there to capture him. So they're not off doing really heinous things on the side. Like, it's not like the woman who was pregnant and got possessed, right?
Oh yeah,
like,
right.
She went through some really horrible stuff. And I feel like that episode was a turning point of them justifying just killing all of them.
I guess you could argue that they didn't want the demon to smoke out and tell Crowley that they were there getting Linda. Like, I can see it from that point of view, but is that enough reason to, like, murder that woman? I don't know. I don't think it is.
So.
I think it
and
they
would have. The thing with Crowley is that when he has such control over all of the demons, that these three around Linda's house have stopped communicating with him.
Yeah.
Come on. He knows.
I feel like, you know, we said, like, the salt ring hula hoop, right? Like, you get, like, a hula hoop, you fill it with salt, easy. I feel like they need a devil trap version of that. They can just throw over a demon and then it's stuck there. It would be great.
Yep. That would be hilarious.
And then they could have got answers, you know, could have found out other stuff. Maybe, you know, I don't know. Done something rather than kill poor Eunice. What did she do? Nothing.
Nothing. She got possessed. That's all that Eunice did.
Yeah. And Linda's like, Eunice! And Dean just says, that's not Eunice. You can't prove that, man.
Can't prove it.
So we do a little cut. Linda and Kevin are sat next to each other on the sofa. And they're explaining about demon possession. Kevin just says, have you ever seen The Exorcist? And she says, is that what you've been doing all year? Watching television? And then just say, did you really have to kill her? So I appreciate her for this. And Dean, okay, fine. Dean says the demon would have warned Crowley, you know, where Kevin was if we didn't. Right, okay, fine. But again, does that constitute murder? I don't know.
I think so.
Okay. So they're explaining about Crowley, that he was one who kidnapped Kevin, about the tablet. And then Dean explains about the closing the gates of hell and that they need Kevin's help for that. And Sam does his, like, puppy dog, we need to do this so nothing like this ever happens again.
Like, this justification for ends, like, means benefit the end kind of thing. I've forgotten what the phrase is. My brain is mush. It's doing heavy lifting.
It is, for sure. Yeah.
Ends justify the means. That's what I was looking for.
Yeah. And that, I feel, it gets worse and worse as they go on, and like, we just have to do what we have to do, for the greater good.
The greater good.
The greater good. So Linda's like, prophet of the Lord, huh? It does have a nice ring to it. I'll get packed. They're going to need a safe house. And she's like, no, we're going to go get the tablet. Like, that was the plan you just said. We're going to go get it. And he's like, no, you're taking a trip. Like, you're basically getting left behind somewhere where demons won't get you. And she wants to protect her son. Like, and I think this is very valid. Why would she let her, 19-year-old son go off with these two random guys who, like, she doesn't know that they're legit.
She doesn't.
At all.
Nope.
They just stabbed her friend in front of her. No way.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Never.
Sam's trying to explain how bad Crowley is. Like, he trades in torment. There's some such good lines in this. It's like, if he can find a way to separate your soul from you, he'll take that soul to hell and roast it till there's nothing left but black smoke. It's better if you let us handle this. And she says here, foreshadowing, it's not my soul I'm worried about, it's my son's. Dean tries to get Kevin to help, but he's like, I can't tell her what to do.
Right. Like, have you seen her?
Yeah. So their conditions for them coming, both of them coming, is that they have to carry hex bags and they have to get inked up. And then Sam does the, like, shirt reveal of his, like, tattoo. And he does it so, like, oh, look at me.
The ever-moving tattoo, yeah.
Exactly. He explains they both have to get it, keeps demons out. It's like, keeps the demons out. And Linda's like, yeah, fine. Says, what, like it's my first tattoo?
The look that Kevin has is like, it's like hearing your parents swear for the first time of like, who is this person?
Yeah, like, where is that other tattoo? And Dean does his, like, approval face of, like, yeah, she's badass, I guess, because she has a tattoo. Okay, fine. So we cut to the tattoo parlor, and, like, Kevin is having a bad time. And his mum is sat next to him, and she's, like, stone-faced. But I do feel like it's well known that women generally are just better at getting tattooed than men.
Yep.
They're both holding their hex bags, and there's this really cute moment where, like, they hold hands together across the tattoo parlor chairs. Yeah. I'm like, yeah, we want, like, this family dynamic. This is healthy. So they're both getting their tattoos on their arms, which was a choice. We've already talked about why that's a bad idea, because, like, just one swift machete chop.
And this episode also proves that it's way easier to get rid of.
Yeah, as well. Like, if she'd had that, like, inside her shirt, I feel like it would have been harder to, I don't know though. Yeah,
it would have been harder to see where it is though.
That's true.
They wouldn't have seen that it was on her arm.
Yeah
To know that was what they had to do.
That's why you always get a demon tattoo on your butt.
On your butt.
No,
or your back.
Exactly.
That's true.
Yeah. Or like, I think a really good place would be like, shave your head and get it tattooed on your scalp, and then like let your hair grow back out.
Your armpit.
Your armpit, yeah.
It'll be absolutely horrendous, but no's looking there.
Why does it have to be that size as well? Could you get it like tattooed on the inside of your lip? You know?
Ooh, yeah.
Or like behind your ear. I guess I have a lot of people check that. But like a small one in between your toes.
Oh, God. Oh, that'd be horrible.
If it was that or like demon possession, I feel like you'd do it. Just a little one. Like a little one.
Okay, I have a little one on my finger and that hurt like well. So I can't imagine on my foot would be any better.
Oh, yeah. Anyway, so it was a bad decision, but okay. Dean and Sam are like watching them in a weird way. Why are you just standing there, guys? Go get some lunch or something.
Right.
Dean says,
Did you smell it, Sammy? Burning flesh? Revenge. So close.
It's never going to be that easy.
He asked Sam how he did that reverse exorcism thing, and Sam's like, I just said the verse backwards.
The fact he never thought about doing this before.
There were some such dumb moments in this. I loved it. And it's very Andrew Dabb. Like, I could see it in his writing. And I was kind of mad when I found. I was like, it's so close to like Ben Edlund, but it's different kind of humour. You know? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
So next is a bus station in Laramie, Wyoming. Sam and Dean are going through it, and there's Kevin and Linda waiting for them. Because if we remember from the last... he didn't say that where it was actually last episode, did he? So
no.
This is where Kevin stashed the tablet, in one of those like bus station lockers. Mm-hmm. And it's clear that like Sam and Dean have gone and like scoped out the place. They get the key. They look in. Dean takes out a bag, and he's like, "You heard the word of God in a diaper bag?" And Kevin's like, "Nope." And yeah, it's not there at all. Yeah, so the word of God is gone.
It is gone. Someone needs to explain this to me, because it's a movie trope, right?
Yeah.
That you put something in a bus or train station locker, and like it's just always there.
Yeah.
But is it just free? Is that why people do that, or is it like because I've never.
I assume it's like swimming lockers. So like you put some money in, and then you take the key, and then it's just locked until you come back, right?
Yeah.
You know, when I was in Germany, I saw the best luggage storage. So you go to like this little counter, and there's like a box, and you put your suitcase inside, and you pay the fee for like however long you want to store it for. And then it just stores it, like it takes it underground, so no one can like steal it. Yeah. And then you come back and scan your ticket, and it brings it back up from underground into the little compartment that you put it in. It's so good. Yeah.
That is very, very cool. Yeah.
But they needed one of these. Yeah.
Yeah. It's just something that I've like, is this actually something that people do? Because at the beginning we saw someone with a safety deposit box, but obviously that you need a bank account and money, and like it needs to be maintained over time. So it's not like it's free. So I'm wondering if it could be that you just, put a quarter in there, and then it's basically yours forever.
They must be swim locker style. I don't understand how else they would work. But then when they open them, there's never those like coin deposit things on the inside of the door.
No, it doesn't look like it.
It's weird. But then I guess there are ways to get into it because stuff was getting stolen. So maybe you have to like go to a booth, and they give you the key, and then like it's up to you to bring it back, kind of thing.
Yeah, I don't know.
And they just assume you're going to come back because it's your stuff. But they probably have a master key. Maybe they clear the stuff out of it after like 2 weeks. So they say like, "Oh yeah, you have it for 2 weeks, and then we're going to clear the stuff out of it." I don't know. It's just weird.
I have no idea. No idea. I didn't look it up beforehand.
No.
Because it does. The amount of TV shows that I've seen this in, movies I've seen this in.
Yeah, same.
Like it must be a thing.
Like,
but I think it's an American thing.
Luggage storage is a thing. Like I've seen places where you can go and like rent lockers, but it's normally like by the hour.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know.
Like you can't hold it forever.
Yeah, very strange.
Yeah, it is. I feel like there's a lot of convenient things happening in this episode. Like this next thing is like very convenient.
Oh, extremely so. Yeah.
The guard is talking, because so Sam and Dean have changed into FBI mode.
Yeah.
And they're interviewing the security guard, and he's telling them that they've had trouble with these lockers. They're being broken into nearly every day, and I thought that was because Crowley and his demons had figured out that this is where Kevin had gone. So it was actually demons who were like breaking into them to try and find the tablet. And it was only until yesterday that they figured out who it was.
Oh yeah, well that's it. Well, yeah, it's very convenient. Extremely convenient.
Yeah. So it was a guy named Clem Smedley.
Yep.
I'm like, what kind of name is that? Like that sounds like some nasty bacteria that you catch at a swimming pool.
It does sound like that, yeah. Oh, I got the Clem Smedleys.
And he's waiting for an arraignment from the judge. So Sam and Dean go to an interrogation room with Clem.
Yep.
And And he is a smarmy man. He's got his hair slicked back. And I'm like, how did he ever get a security job?
Right,
Security
I don't know.
guard job?
I recognise him from something else. I think he plays the same kind of smarmy guy. You know?
Yeah. He just has that look about him. And I love the fact that all of these people, like Sam and Dean, go to all of these normal people and like, tell us about this tablet.
Yeah.
If someone, obviously we're thinking about it, or I'm thinking about it in 2025.
That's true.
As a tablet being an iPad or something like that. I would never have guessed that a stone slab would be a tablet.
Yeah, they could at least say stone tablet. I know what they meant if they say stone tablet. You know?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Exactly.
But yeah, slab is a much better word. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, they do eventually, like, to the porn shop guy, they describe what it is. But, like, to this guy, they're just like, tell us what it is, like, where it is, like, who you sold it to, something. And he's just giving them the run around, and, like, Dean gets this look on his face. His tie is, like, slightly undone. Yeah. And he's watching them, and it, like, it blurs out as Clem is talking. Yeah. And we're now in purgatory. Mm-hmm. And he is in front of this, like, monster thing. And I was like, this is, like, one of the coolest demons or monsters that we've seen in a really long time. Like, I can't really describe what he looks like, but he's just, like paley grey skin. His eyes are black, and he's got, like, a broad. And I was just like, what is he? And, like, why have we never seen his creature in Supernatural, like, in the actual, like, world? I know.
It's what there's some of the stuff in Purgatory is really cool. Like the vampires are like vampires. I always thought he was supposed to be a werewolf, and I was like, no, wait, because the werewolves even don't look like that in Supernatural. They're just more humans with teeth and claws.
He almost looks like a vampire from Buffy.
Yeah, he does. You're right, actually. Yeah.
So, like, and Benny says to Dean, like, I don't think he knows, man. Like, clearly they're trying to get information from this guy. And then it goes back into... So this whole sequence is essentially like Dean having flashbacks.
Yes.
So it goes back and forth between what's happening in the real world and comparing it to him interrogating somebody in purgatory. Yeah. And, like, I guess it's the contrast between the two of, like, how brutal you can be in purgatory versus how, like, you can't really be treating people that way in the real world.
And he's still applying like purgatory logic to this situation, right? Yeah,
exactly. Dean's like, well, he knows. Yeah. And he tells him ask where the angel is. Clem is still talking, giving him the run around, and Dean essentially gets fed up, takes his tie off, and, like, wraps it around his neck, pushes him against the wall, and, like, holds the knife up to his neck. It's very, very, like, out of nowhere, and Sam's like, what are you doing? Like, we're being recorded, kind of thing.
I think we do need to agree, though, that shot of Dean taking his tie off is one of the hottest shots in Supernatural.
I mean, yeah. I mean, even the violence afterwards is not bad. He shouldn't do it, but, like, it's not bad.
I do love the whole bit of this, of, like, the flashbacks in purgatory of Dean. Like, it's such a close-up of his face, right? Because it's from, like, the monster's point of view, and the fact that he's, like, acting into, like, a camera lens. It's so unnerving, you know?
And he was almost like a maniacal smile while he's doing all of this, like, horrendous stuff. Well, he's got a knife to the dude. So it's not like he's... I also wrote that, like, he's got his, like, his training from hell, basically.
Yeah, of course.
Came in useful here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's wild. He just starts... we missed the beginning of the sentence, and, like, you couldn't... Again, because you can't really see what Dean is doing. He just says you feel that. Like, it looks like he had maybe the demon knife. Did he have the demon knife with him?
I think he's had it, like, this whole episode, apart from when he puts it in that bucket. You know?
But, I mean, in purgatory.
No, he didn't have it in purgatory. I don't think he had it in purgatory.
Because there's a knife that has, like, etchings in it. And I couldn't really tell.
I genuinely don't know. I like whether he had it with him or not. I maybe he did.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Because he does seem very attached. He is very attached to that knife. Like,
yeah.
He won't let anybody have it.
I don't think it was the demon knife. I have a feeling that it wasn't.
Okay.
I
I
Sam had it.
remember.
I don't know.
And then the demon says, sorry, I keep calling him a demon. He's just a monster. He has black eyes. That's why I'm like, demon. But the monster says, there's a stream, and Dean just says, go on. It runs through a clearing not far from here. I'll show you. And like, then we see where the knife is. It's like at his throat, sort of underneath his jaw.
Yeah.
And he's like, why don't you just tell me that? Tell me. It then cuts to the real, like, you hear Sam going, hey, as if like,
yeah,
he's realizing that he's not in purgatory right now, but yes, he's interrogating somebody. And Clem just goes, porn shop, first and main. And then they just leave. He then flashes back into purgatory. And the monster is telling Dean where to find the angel. That it's a 3 days journey. Follow the stream. There's a clearing. You'll find the angel there.
Yeah.
Dean just says, you know what, Mutt? I believe you. And I don't know what the Mutt is supposed to refer to. Like, is he like a mixture of monsters or something?
That's why I assumed he was a werewolf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yep.
But then he stabs him in the head.
Yep, he does. He goes full hot fuzz on him.
Yeah, I was going to say exactly. Exactly that. And then it cuts back to the interrogation room. Sam's still trying to get through to him. Dean sort of lets the Clem go. It's then back in purgatory, and the monster is now dead. So Benny and Dean walk away.
Yeah. I don't think it's clear in this segment if he like is thinking he's still in purgatory. Like, is something, I don't know. It's very like the way it flashes back between his point of view and the monster's point of view. I feel like he's supposed to be like reliving that whole section, which I think is right. The problem is for Dean is like, he knows it's kind of wrong, you know, treating people like this. And yet it does for him give results. He found out where it was. So there's that like, I know I shouldn't be doing this, but I need to do it to figure out what's going on next. It's quite a hard thing for him to juggle, I think.
I also think that, again, he's so focused on this goal that it doesn't matter like who gets in the way of it. And like you said, he's still purgatory brain. Yeah. Like, he doesn't have any charm right now. No. He doesn't have patience for people. Like even with Kevin at the beginning of the episode, like he doesn't want to go pick up his like Kevin's mum. Yeah. Like, that's outside of the parameters of the mission. Yeah.
And I think he needs that thing to focus on, because that's what it was in purgatory, right? He survived purgatory by like, we're going to get Cass out. I'm going to get Cass and Benny out through the like portal or whatever. Like, that's my goal. That's what we're going to do. And like, first it was finding Cass, and then it was finding a way out. And now he's out of purgatory. He can't think about the fact that he lost Cass. He has to have focus on something else, which is like closing the gates of hell. And they have to do that now. Because I think if he doesn't have some kind of like objective, he's just lost. Like, he doesn't know what to do.
Yeah. Yeah. And the way that he simplified it as well in that between the three of them of like, we get the tablet, we do the spell, sunshine and rainbows.
Yes, exactly.
You know? But when has that ever, like, the beginning of this season feels like the end of a Supernatural season.
Yeah, right? It does. It's for sure.
Like,
yeah.
These are the things we need to do to finish out this story. And it's just like, oh, we're right at the beginning, so something is going to go wrong.
Of course, yeah. Yeah. And I think he knows that too, right? That it's almost like not an achievable goal. Yeah.
Like, quick. Like, let's not dilly-dally. Let's go. So Sam and Dean leave the interrogation. It then cuts to later in the day, and they pull up behind a red Ferrari, and I was like, this is kind of like a really weird place for this Ferrari to be. And Kevin is very impressed, as most young men are.
I don't get the car. I was like, I don't get the car thing, but I like classic cars, so I don't get the Ferrari thing, perhaps.
Yeah. I do like the way a Ferrari sounds. So Linda's like, no. Not even in your wildest dreams. You're going to have a nice, sensible car.
A Honda Civic.
Yes, exactly. Or a Toyota Camry. Like, that is your choices. So they're Sam and Nina back on their rock star nonsense.
Yeah, they are.
Agents Neil and Six.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, they've got tired of being Smith and Smith, not related. But actually. So Sam says, we're looking for a tablet. And this is where, I mean, it makes sense for a porn shop because, I mean, tablets weren't really a thing, I don't think, in what was it? I don't know when they are.
2010. So how old was I? Let me think. Cast my mind back.
This is 2012.
2012.
Yeah.
Yes, they were, but like not as like ubiquitous as they are now, and they were pretty like crappy and slow.
Yeah.
So I don't think it is like until like Microsoft brought out that like flip pad thing that people like started really doing stuff with them. I think the iPad came out about the same time. I'm going to say that was about 2015, 16.
That makes sense.
Probably wrong.
I have no idea. Technology changed so quickly. I'm like, okay, fine.
I have my beautiful big chunky PC. I'm never getting rid of it. I don't want a tablet. I don't need it. I have a tablet in my pocket, to be fair, at all times. Like your phone essentially is a tablet now. Just smaller.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true. So Dean clarifies what Sam meant by saying that we're looking for a tablet.
Yeah.
He says it.
About yay big, got some hieroglyphic crap on it. Sold to you by a thief named Clem. Ring a bell?
Nope.
He's sat there like reading a magazine with his feet up.
Yeah.
And Dean's like not having it. It's like, I'm having a bad day. You tell me what it is, or we're gonna do it the rough way.
Yeah.
And Lyle's just like, you can if you want, but you're gonna be famous because they're like security cameras.
Yeah.
And then Linda shows off her smarts and like how she's the most badasses of badass.
Yeah.
Because she says that your car outside, what Lyle says is rude beyond all measure. He says, what's it to you, mail order? And it's just like...
But you see her like mentally like pull up her sleeves like, I'm going to school this boy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Dean does stand up for her. He says, hey, pal.
Yeah.
And she's like, no, I'm just going to outsmart him because he's a fool.
Yep.
She says, I got it. I noticed you're driving with expired tags, maybe because you just acquired it in a trade. I'm guessing that means you haven't registered it yet, which means you haven't paid tax on it. Is that correct? And he's like, none of that. That's none of your business. And I love that she knows the make and model of this car.
Oh, yeah.
And the year. Sure. Like, that's wild. She's like, Kevin, average blue book on a 2010 Ferrari F430 Spider. And he gives her the answer of 217. And she asks, and 5% Wyoming tax? And Sam answers, like, really quickly. She looks really surprised that he just knows that. Yeah, this is the thing that people don't really realize when you buy expensive crap. You have to pay a lot on taxes. So don't buy expensive crap.
Yeah.
And he basically points out, like, you don't have $10,000 to pay a tax bill. Like, he's like, what is this, an FBI audit? She's like, no. But, you know, I know somebody who knows somebody who could get you into a lot of trouble, essentially. Yeah.
So, what's it going to be? The tablet or that piece of Eurotrash crap you call a car?
Like, I'm sorry.
It's
not Eurotrash. It's still... It's a supercar. It's not trash, but it's still a nice car. Especially since it's like 2010, which means it came out in 2009. So, yeah.
Yeah. Like, I kind of love the phrase Eurotrash. I kind of love it. Because there used to be this show, I don't know if you ever remember, in the 90s, there used to be this show called Eurotrash. And like, I definitely should not have been watching it. But it was all about like the like rave club scene of like Europe.
Oh
yeah. It was really good. But yeah, it was like, yeah, that's pure Eurotrash. I guess it's good though. It's like a badge of honor kind of thing.
It felt very Dean coded. Calling an Italian supercar Eurotrash.
Oh yeah, for sure. He likes his American muscle cars. You know, how dare you import something?
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Chevy, Ford, Buick. No, Buick is American? Oh, fucking
I don't know. They're not here. We don't get Buicks here.
Yeah, Buicks are freaking boats. They're
Oh,
massive.
they're huge.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're huge. So they've been given the address of who they sold the tablet to.
Yes.
And they're knocking at the door. Mm-hmm. And then a man calls out, Kevin. And he's the guy that I'd refer to as the Purple Riddler, because that's literally what he looks like.
He does, yeah, you're so right.
Cane and everything.
Yeah.
Do we actually learn what his name is? Bo?
Bo.
I thought his name was Friday.
No, his name is definitely Bo. I remember him introducing himself and thinking, oh, okay, that's a choice.
Yeah. So he's like, oh, don't worry, I'm not here to steal your profit. He introduces himself to Linda, of all people. No, I say that. Anyway. He kisses her hand. It's all very flirtatious kind of thing.
Yeah. I don't want anyone to ever kiss my hand that I don't know. I literally would probably rip my hand out. I just
as soon as it starts to
I'd be like, no,
no,
no. Unless we are courting, you should not be kissing my hand.
Exactly. I want to be like, I peed on my hand right before this, right? Or something like that.
Something really gross. Yeah, for sure.
I know it's hard because it's the back of your hands. It's like, what happened on the back of your... I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I could think of something. I don't know. Something gross. We're like, oh.
Just smack them on the face when it gets close enough or something.
You just let them kiss you and then you go, oh, I hear norovirus is going around this time of year.
Right. And I don't know the last time I washed my hands.
Yeah. I don't believe in washing my hands. All those chemicals.
Yeah. And did you hear about those hand dryers?
Oh, yeah. No, you're right about the hand dryers.
Absolutely. That is true. Or if you got... just swing your hands around is way better for you than using a hand dryer.
Yeah, that's my whole thing. I converted Annabelle to this, that basically hand dryers are just containers of bacteria, and when you dry your hands, they're warm, gross air that's just spraying bacteria onto your hands. So use a paper towel or just dry your hands on your clothes discreetly.
Trousers.
Yeah.
I usually just shake them, and then if there's nothing, and then just walk out.
For sure. That's fine too. Yeah.
If there's no paper towels.
Oh yeah, because sometimes there are not. Yeah.
So the Bo has been looking for Kevin, and he has something for him, and it's just an invitation to an exclusive auction.
Ooh.
Where they're just so happening to sell the tablet. Dean negotiates them to have 3 extra tickets so that they can go, and the guy who is organising this is Plutus, and Dean just says, is that even a planet anymore?
I love him for that.
And the guy gets so offended.
Because first of all, it's the wrong god. Pluto is the god of the underworld, right? So Hades.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think that's right. That's why the moons are called after some of the rivers in, I can't remember what they're called now. Styx and I don't know if there's a Styx. There's another one. Okay. Anyway, I'm probably wrong. Someone's going to go, no, you're wrong. Astronomy. But yeah, so it's not even the right god.
I mean, I was like, oh, this is going to be another pantheon gathering. Bo does explain that he's the god of greed.
Yeah.
Amongst other things.
Mm-hmm. That is true. Yeah.
And this auction's going to be warded against all things nasty and go bump in the night. And essentially that, yes, he will acquiesce to his request.
Yes.
I watched Pirates of the Caribbean recently, so that's in my head now.
We should do a single podcast and we're just talking Regency England. Right. It'd be so good.
It'd be hilarious. I'd have to dig into my brain for some of it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's gone. Because that's essentially how this guy speaks, but with an American accent. It's unnecessarily lyrical.
It's almost like that Southern charm thing, how you think the Colonel would speak from Kentucky Fried Chicken. That's the only way I can describe it.
So he's like I said, he's going to allow all three of them plus Kevin to come to this auction, even though they think it'll be safe enough. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
He then throws the envelope in the air, and then disappears. And Dean just yells, "Well, thank you, Mr. Peanut." And I was like, "Oh, it's not as good as my."
No,
my
the Riddler's
reference.
better. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I think Edlin would have gone with Riddler.
I agree.
And then Dean's like, "All right, what do we have to bid?" And they're like, "Well, we can't show up empty-handed." And they all look towards the Impala.
Oh, yeah.
And he's like,
No. Say it, and I will kill you, your children, and your grandchildren.
I love the fact that he's confident in Sam that he'll have children and grandchildren.
I know, right?
So instead of doing that, they're going to go to the auction because they usually display the items beforehand so they can have a look at it. So Kevin can have a look, memorize the spell. They believe in his, memory that he'll be able to do that. And then Dean says to the car, or to Baby, "They didn't mean it, baby."
Oh, I like that his car is more important than the fate of the world. They like, even the driven, "We're going to close the gates of hell," but not with my car, you're not.
Right. I haven't been able to drive you in 2 years. Yeah. I am definitely I'm making the most of it. So they get to this warehouse and they have a whole bunch of warding sigils on the windows. And I was like, I'm pretty sure that's just the @ symbol and an envelope on some of them.
I mean, almost definitely. I'm sure some of them are just like, yeah, squiggle on some paper, let's go.
Basically, yeah. So they all go through the metal detectors.
Yeah.
I love how Dean goes through it. Like he makes himself small and shuffles through.
Like it's not going to work.
Yeah, no. And he empties out all his weapons. That box is filled with other people's weapons, right? It's not all hit just
No,
his,
I think they are doing the thing, where they're like, you see it all the time when they have to hand over a ridiculously large amount of weapons. I think they're all supposed to be Dean's. In my opinion. So I love that. It never gets old to me where you're like, where are they getting all these knives from?
They did that in the new season of Wednesday when she goes into the airport.
Oh, that's good.
Pulls out a whole bunch of stuff. Yeah.
I love it. Such a good bit. It never gets old, I swear.
And as he puts the knife down, he says, "I'll be back for this." So I think it was the demon killing knife in Purgatory. He has such an attachment to it.
I'm trying to remember what they had on them. It totally could be.
So we see some of the items that are up for auction, and then eventually we get to the tablet and it's been covered on both sides. So Kevin can't read it.
Cheeky.
And so it's on to plan B. And then Crowley is there. He says,
"And what, pray tell, could possibly have been plan A? Bring the prophet to the most dangerous place on earth, memorize the tablet, and then vamoose."
I do love the way he says vamoose.
Vamoose,
Emphasizing moose. And then he just says, "Hello, boys."
Love him so much every time he's on screen. I want Crowley to win, actually. I'm on his side.
I know.
So yeah, they kind of growl at him. And he apologizes to Kate. He says, "Sorry about your little play date." Her name? He's like, "Well, if you're going to make an omelette, sometimes you have to break some spines." And then he's like, "Who is this lovely thing? Must be your sister." And Linda Tran, smacks Crowley so hard. Yep. Badass.
No fear.
Oh yeah, she says, "Stay away from my son." It's charming. Defiling her corpse has just made my number one on my to-do list. And then he's like, no. I don't mind a love tap, but anything more, and our pals here will just throw you out, and that would be a shame. And Sam's like, yeah, he's not worth it. They're in the playground. Then Cry says, "Listen to Moose Squirrel." So, and then this guy comes in, he's supposed to be Plutus. He looks like a stereotypical, Russian mob boss, the tracksuit. Yes.
Yeah, the gold chain with the pendant that's gold. Yeah, it was all a bit much.
They were so ahead of their time on this because there's that Netflix series with Jeff Goldblum in about Greek gods. What is it called?
Oh, Chaos.
Chaos. And this was the vibe they were going for in that. Like the tracksuits.
Okay, so I've heard so many good things about it, but it got cancelled, right? So,
I still think it's worth watching. Even though there's like loads of things that's unresolved, I actually still think it's worth watching. And I'm just so upset they cancelled it because it was honestly one of the best things I've watched in a while. But yeah, this was the same kind of vibe of like mob boss.
I'm wondering now if it's maybe because Jeff Goldblum got cast in Wicked, so basically his schedule got
I can see
taken
that.
over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Such a shame. Yeah.
No.
And Dean, when he sees him, says, "That's Plutus. What is he, god of the candy aisle?" Which I didn't get because I don't think he was particularly like an overweight guy.
No.
He was just wearing an extremely baggy velour tracksuit.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's interesting because like that velour tracksuit look is also like was a thing in the like 1970s in the UK as well, right? And like proper skeezy people wore them.
Yep.
With the with the gold chain as well. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
If he'd come out with some South London accent, I would not have questioned
I wouldn't
it.
have been surprised either. No, for sure. So they announced that the auction is starting and crowd is just like, good luck. And then Sam turns to Linda and is like, nice right hook. I think he's always secretly wanted to punch Crowley in the face. So
Oh God, yeah.
this is a good moment for them. And this little guy walks up to Dean. Oh, Alfie! Because he's like, Dean Winchester? He's wearing a Wiener Hut uniform. So Dean's like, do I know you? He's like, no, I knew Castiel. So yeah, he's an angel. And he explains that his outfit was very short notice. his Alfie outfit. Because like they want the tablet too. Obviously heaven wants the tablet. It's the word of God. Mm-hmm. And Dean's like, awesome job, Alfie, reading his name tag. And he's like, oh, well, actually my name is Samandriel. I noticed it when he said it, because he says Samandriel and then he goes, I want to talk to you about Castiel. And he says it in exactly the same way, like the AL bit. I don't know. It just stuck out to me. Asked what happened to him. Dean explains that they killed Dick Roman, went to purgatory. Sorry, purgatory.
God.
And he's like, but you escaped. Did Castiel? He said, the some in heaven who still believe, despite his mistakes, that Castiel's heart was always in the right place. And Dean's like, are you one of them?
Too much heart was always Castiel's problem.
Yes. Cast so much. Because it's so right. Like, he cares so much. He's trying to fix things. And then he ends up getting himself in worse situations. And he tries to fix those. And it just gets worse and worse and worse. And that never really resolves itself.
No.
Nope.
Nope.
Of like, does he ever make like a good choice? Is there ever a point where Cass makes like a good choice?
Yes. Looking after Jack.
Yeah, you're right. You're so right about that. Yeah. And that's why he's so protective of him, because I think he's his good thing, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're so right. So we get a flashback in Purgatory and we see Cass washing his hands at this stream. He's got a beard now. He's looking like tattered, dirty, un-Cass-like. He's still wearing his scrubs from the hospital too under his trench coat.
He still has the wristband too. That's the most impressive thing.
Yeah, that's managed to stay on for sure. So Dean and Benny approach him and Dean's like, Cass! I think we were saying last episode, we're like, why is referring to him as the angel? Like maybe he's mad at him. Well, this is not true, is it? Because Dean runs up to him and like hugs Castiel like with his full chest. And he's laughing into his shoulder. He's like, oh, damn, it's good to see you. And nice peach fuzz. And Cass just like, thanks. He introduced him to Benny. And like the whole time, like Dean is smiling, He's so happy to see Cass. Cass looks...
Benny is like the jealous new boyfriend though.
Right. This is the vibe of this. I will say. There's definitely a love corner going on here. Yeah. Cass asks, how did you find me? And like this whole time he's kind of looking like a bit scared, like he's about to flit off again, I think. And Dean's just like, oh, the bloody way. Like, are you feeling okay? And he goes, do you mean I am still? And he like does the like crazy symbol next to his head. You know what I mean? Yeah. Mm-hmm. And Dean's like, yeah, sure, if you want to be on the nose about it. And he says, no, I'm perfectly sane.
But then 94% of psychotics think they're perfectly sane. So I guess we'd have to ask ourselves, what is sane?
And Dean's like, that's a good question. I mean, I think they should also be asking themselves that question. They have, a lot of stuff going on. And also,
I feel like in this answer, it's like very clear to me that like Cass is still not all there, because that's not how Cass talks.
I agree with you. Yeah, I think it's very much on the like tangents that he went on before they went to Purgatory. Yeah, I agree. Mm-hmm. And Benny's like sticking up for Dean. He's like, why'd you bail on Dean? Why'd you leave him? Mm-hmm. And even Dean's like, dude. Benny's really turning into him like, the way I hear it, you two hit Monsterland and Hot Wings hair took off.
I love that he calls him Hot Wings.
Hot Wings.
I know it's not like, I know it's supposed to be referring to the food, but like, it's Misha, so yeah, of course.
Yep, of course. And he's like, I figure he owes you some backstory. And I feel like I just want to say this to people in my regular life, like, I think you owe me some backstory to this. And Dean is like fully like, no, someone must have jumped him and he and then Cass kicked his ass, right? Like, and that's what happened, and that's why he was gone. He just got to, and Cass is like, no.
Dean has been telling them the story for however long he's been there for, months.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, it's like, the betrayal. Because you just see Dean's little like smile fading out in this. Like, oh, it's awful.
And so all of this, they're all like really, all the shots are really tight to their faces
really
too.
Tight. Yeah. Like full like Kim Mano style, like tight, all on their emotion. Yeah. Cass says, I ran away. And he's like, you ran away? So that's your excuse for moving with those gorilla wolves? He's like, you bailed? And what, went camping? I prayed to you, Cass, every night. Oh, my heart. I can't do it. So like this whole time, Dean thought that like Cass had got injured or something, or like, he's trying to find his way back to him and couldn't find him. And so he was praying to him, like, I'm here, come and find me. And he was just ignoring him.
Cass is going the opposite direction.
How can we say that Dean is not in love with Cass? Like, come on. And Cass says, I know. So he heard all those prayers.
He did.
Yeah. And Dean is like, and you didn't come, like, and he doesn't even complete that, but it's like, you didn't come and get me is the thing that he's going to say for sure. And he's like, what the hell's wrong with you? Cass does explain himself.
There have been things hunting me from the moment we arrived.
Join the club!
These are not just monsters, Dean, they're Leviathan. I have a price on my head, and I've been trying to stay one step ahead of them to keep them away from you.
He's like, that's why I ran, so please just like leave me alone, because like I'm dangerous, essentially. Mm-hmm. Benny's like, all right. The absolute savage behavior.
Yeah. I mean, Benny doesn't have any attachment to him, so like he's just heard, he's probably heard the whispering that there's an angel in Purgatory too. Doesn't want to get involved with it. Didn't want to get involved with it. And he's just proving his point of like, let's not get close to the angel because other bad things are after him.
I think at some point Benny has to realize, I don't think it's now, that like he needs to save Cass too, because otherwise Dean is also not getting out of Purgatory, right? If Cass died in Purgatory, Dean wasn't ever leaving Purgatory. I just don't think they had to like get up and go to do it.
No, why would he?
No. So Dean's like, no, like Cass, we're getting out of here, like we're going home. And he's like, I can't. And he's like, no, it's fine. Like Benny explained to him, and Benny explains about the escape hatch. He doesn't know if angels can pass through though. And Dean's like, we'll figure it out. Cass, buddy, I need you. Yeah. Yeah.
But why do you need him, Dean? Why do you need him so much? What could possibly be the reason?
There's another scene in this season where Dean says that too, and like it brings Cass back, and I'm pretty sure it's his sister. I'm gonna say it is. And it's just a thing, right? And this is the whole Winchester like love for each other. Like, I need you to be okay. Like, I need you to be in my life. Otherwise, don't know how to like carry on. Oh, I said it.
Yep.
And we saw it last time with like Sam and Bobby and like getting his reflection in the car. Like, that was their whole thing. For Dean and Cass, it's just telling each other that you need each other all the time and then just not doing anything about it. So yeah, we know that I need you means I love you in supernatural language, and that's all I'm saying. And he's like, you know, if Leviathan take a shot at us, like, let him. We ganked those bitches once before, we can do it again. And Cass is just, no, it's too dangerous. And Dean says, no, let me bottom line it for you. I'm not leaving here without you, understand? And Cass just says, I understand. I don't know. This is the most romantic thing I've ever watched, and I can't explain how, I don't know how to say, like, I'm sorry, but it's not a lot of like romance fic of like you being like, you know, the heroine gets trapped somewhere, right? And then someone comes and saves her and is like, no, I'm never leaving here without you. Like, you have to come with me. Like, I've seen this. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. That is 100%
right.
true.
Yeah. It's just, yeah. The framing of it. And them all stood on the, like, I mean, Benny is the third wheel here. Like,
I know, right?
like, oh, yeah, I realized that he was looking for the angel, but I didn't realize he's looking for those reasons. Benny realizing that, like, yeah, that thing between them's never going any further because he's already got it, like, he's already tied down.
Yeah, I was just a temporary bridge.
Yeah. Oh. It was a foxhole romance and it's gone. Anyway, yeah, so this scene was everything to me. That the bit at the end when they're like silhouetted against the trees remind me of our own podcast like logo. So thanks, Jay. I was like, I saw it and I was like, yeah, I love it. I know that's not even from that weather scene, but that whole bit, I was like, yeah. Oh, I don't know. I could watch it on repeat. They're sad little faces. I love it. Like, yeah, give me more angst. More of it.
It was very good.
Yeah. Oh. So yeah, flashback ends on a close-up of Dean's face back in this warehouse as the auction is beginning. And this Beau guy is introducing it. They all take a seat. Crowley turns to Samandra as he walks in and he says, slumming it, are we? Which is great. And then like the four of them, so Sam, Dean, Linda and Kevin all take out their wallets and just like get out whatever they've got. As Beau's saying, our prices may be high, but our quality is unmatched and we stand by our products. Crowley is talking about the tablet to them. He's like, because he's sat behind them just to be irritating, like leaning forward, like literally like a demon on their shoulder. Oh yeah, they've got like angel and demon on their shoulders of like Samandra and Crowley. That's really cool.
Don't know why you're so keen on that hunk of dirt. So it tells you how to blast back a few demons. I'll just make more. Can't get rid of all of my black-eyed boys, Samantha.
I love that. I don't know why I love that so much. I think it's because of the long hair. That's why he's saying it.
For sure.
Calling Sam Samantha.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know. Sam says, yeah, we'll see. So Sam's saying, like, how much we got for plan B? And Dean says, okay, we've got our hacked credit cards, $2,000, and a Costco membership, which is from Linda because she gives like a, well, I mean, to be fair,
it's good value.
Good value. I do love Costco. So the first thing is the amulet of Hesperus. And it says, let's start the bidding with 3 tons of dwarven gold. And they all just look at each other like, oh, well, we're not winning anything.
Yeah.
And Sam just says plan C. And Dean's like, big time. And then Dean excused himself to leave. And we follow him. We see this whole thing where he watches a member of staff take some auction stuff into a room. And then he's like, oh, that's where all the stuff is. And then he walks into that same guy to pickpocket him the key, goes into that room. And there's just some guys there like, huh? He manages to get out of it. Just says, I was looking for the bathroom and manages to leave. And I thought, is he going to leave to go get Sam for backup? Because it was only 2 guys. Right?
That's what I thought too. Yeah.
But he comes back and he's like, oh, plan C's off the table. Like, what? Anyway. But that was that whole bit. It was kind of dumb. Because I felt like he could take them, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, they killed gods before. And these are just like aids of gods, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Lackeys. I don't know.
I mean, they don't have their weaponry as well, I guess.
Yeah, that's
right?
true.
It's just, it'll be fisticuffs.
But literally, that room is full of artifacts. He could smack someone in the head with the demon tablet, you know?
It's true.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's true. I'm pretty sure there's probably a sword around too.
He definitely could have done it. There definitely is. Yeah, there is a sword. There's actually a sword. You're right. I did notice because I looked at some of the cards. What did one of them say? One of them said something really funny, and I can't remember what it was now. I can't remember. This is such a shame. I was like, oh, this is so funny. Anyway, the cards are like little puns, basically.
Oh, okay.
Of the items. It's quite good. So yeah, go and have a look at those. So back at the auction, the next item is the Hammer of Thor, Mjolnir. And this guy who we're pretty sure is Loki stands up and says, a finger bone from the frost giant Ymir. Yeah, I think I'm going to say it like that. And they're like, no. After all that stuff he went through to get it, and they're like, no.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, okay, the bone, and he holds up this like bag, like we talked about before. He's like 5/8 of a virgin. And Sam's like, ugh, as Dean walks back in, and they agree to that trade. Dean explains about the plan C. And even though they definitely could, whatever. And Crowley just says, maybe you should try plan D for a dumbass. Oh, I love it so much. But then the next lot is the demon tablet. You know, very old.
So they wouldn't have even... That's probably why it didn't go through. He probably looked at everything.
Oh, yeah.
Saw the tablet wasn't there because it was already out on the floor.
That's such a good point as well. So there wasn't even any like point in fighting those guys as well. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And Crowley just stands up and goes, $3 billion. And then Sam and Dean was like, oh, okay, whoa. Samandriel says, the Mona Lisa. Crowley says, the real Mona Lisa, where she's topless. And Sam gives him a look. Samandriel is like, the Vatican City. Crowley says, Alaska. And Bo says, Palin and a bridge to nowhere. No thanks. As in like Sarah Palin. I only just got that, like, yeah, because it's so old reference now.
Mm-hmm.
And he says, okay, the moon. And they're like, what, the moon? He's like, yeah. Yeah, it's Sam, isn't it? He goes like, the moon?
Yeah.
And Crowley says, yeah, you claimed it for hell. You think a man named Buzz gets to go into space without making a deal?
That's really funny. That is really funny.
It's really good. This is so, these lines are amazing. This whole bit is so funny. It's so ridiculous. I love it so much. And Bo's like, no, it seems our reserve price has not been met. So we're going to add something else to this lot. And then they teleport Kevin next to the tablet chained up. And it's like a prophet of the Lord. And everyone's like, no, including Linda. And he's saying, this is the only person who can read the tablet, making them a perfect match set. And he's like, okay, so I hear a bit of what? And Linda just stands up and is like, I'll give you whatever you want. Like, I have my pension, I have my house, like whatever you want. And Plutus just laughs at her and says, good effort, but this is a little out of your price range. Which is the point that she offers her soul. And Kevin's like, no. And she says it again. Sam and Dean don't really try to stop her. Dean just says, that's a big move. Which...
Because he doesn't care. He doesn't care about either of Kevin or Linda.
I know.
It's so annoying.
It's horrendous how much he doesn't care. And Crowley's like, well, I could give you 1 million souls. And Dean turns to Samandra and is like, hey, you're going to do this? He explains that, like, they guard the souls in heaven. So, like, we don't trade them, like, not for anything. Mm-hmm. Maybe. He thinks they don't.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
So Crowley's like, so we have a deal. And Plutus explains that it's not about the quantity, it's about the sacrifice. So Linda's soul is worth more because it's everything that she has. And he's like, are you willing to offer everything, Mr. Crowley? Dean's like, TikTok. There's this whole dramatic bit where Crowley's like, I bid you my own soul.
And we all knew that, like, even if he had one, it would be like weathered and
crusty and
tattered.
weird. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Pluto says, "Oh, Mr. Crowley, you don't have a soul." And then Linda has won the auction. Crowley leaves. Kevin looks like they're all looking at Linda like, Sam and Dean don't really seem to care. They're like, "Oh well, whatever, it's fine."
Yeah.
And yeah, Linda's looking like worried. Well, what's next?
What do you think the everything could have been, like, legitimately from Crowley? I would say it's either his bones, because we know that's really important to him, or hell, like the entirety of hell.
I think hell. I think like his crown, you know, and he would never be willing to give that up. So he never would have won the lot.
No.
Yeah. Yeah, I think his power, for sure.
Yeah, it's the only thing that they would have accepted.
I wish that like Rowena was at this point where he could have like bid her and they'd be like, well, no, she doesn't mean that much.
Yeah, right. That would have been very funny. Oh, man. So it looks like the end. The auction has now ended.
Yeah.
Everybody's gone home with their things. So it's just Sam, Dean, and Linda, and she's asking, losing my soul, is it going to hurt? And Dean's like, probably.
Such a pig.
She then asks, well, will I die? And Sam just says, no, your wish that you were dead.
I mean, she won't. She won't care about anything.
No.
So that's not true, Sam.
She's not going to be in the same situation as you, Sam. For one, her soul will not be in hell being tortured. And two, she's a nobody. Like, nothing's going to happen to her.
I think he even says like he's basically just going to like put her in a storage unit, or her soul, and then her body would just be soulless and she won't care because she hasn't got a soul.
Exactly. So Bo comes into the room telling them it's time, and she just asks for a moment. So Sam and Dean leave, and Sam is now showing empathy for Linda. She's like, Dean, this sucks. And Dean responds to it, are you kidding me? We're about to close the gates of hell forever. If you ask me, we got off cheap. Like, he does not care.
I know.
Not at all. No. It was at this moment. Sorry.
I think he lost a lot of empathy in Purgatory. I think that's what happened. Yeah.
He did. And again, it's that sole focus on doing the thing that he needs to do for himself. I don't know if like there's something about, I know he said it last episode that like closing the gates of hell is basically revenge for everything that happened in our lives, like yellow eyes, all of that. Yeah. But like the cost of it, he just does not care about the cost of the people along the way. Like he doesn't care about Channing at all.
And we saw this last season, right, where he was like completely apathetic to all the stuff that Leviathan was going on until Cass came back, right? Every time Cass dies or something happens to him, he's like, well, who cares about the world anymore? You know, who cares about people? Yeah.
So I feel like he thinks that closing the gates of hell will do something to make the void in him feel better.
Yeah. Ooh. But no, it won't.
No. It will not. So as Linda stands up, Samandriel comes over. He introduces himself as Alfie now.
Yeah.
He says, I'm an angel. And she's like, who works at Wiener Hut? And he's like, oh, no, don't worry. That doesn't really matter. And he's like, what you did in there was amazing. And I want you to know that my friends and I can protect your son. The Winchesters are exceptional men, which I think it's the first time somebody's ever like given them a compliment. But they're just men. Yeah. If Kevin comes with us, she's like, no. The last time that angels tried to help my son, I watched them die. And Kevin went missing for a year. So no offense, but I'm going to take my chances with them.
Yeah.
And Samandriel, like, sort of agrees to that.
Yeah, he
just nods his head and goes away.
He's on Team Castiel, though. I feel like he has the same view of the Winchesters that Castiel used to, you know, of like, oh, yeah, they're trying their best.
Yeah.
We can trust them.
That's true.
Yeah.
So we cut to Mr. Ville, and he's caressing his hammer. He says, Mjolnir, I've missed you.
Yeah.
Like, it's just like a very passing thing. Like, it really, like, this whole bit was literally just it must be because of the Avengers.
Oh yeah, this was pure filler, but it was good filler.
Yeah. We come into a room and Plutus is there, and Dean is demanding where the kid is or Kevin is, and Kevin appears. And Sam asks, the important question, what are you going to do with her soul? And he says, whatever I want. I might sell it, or I might just tuck it away with my other precious objects, let them keep me warm at night. It cuts to Linda, and she was like looking a bit afraid.
Yeah.
And he holds out both of his hands, says, whenever you're ready, dear. And then she steps forward and her like jacket kind of lifts up.
Yeah.
And you see there's a bit of a scar on her arm. And you see that her demon-proofing tattoo has been burned off.
Yeah, horrendous.
Wild.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Crowley has taken over Linda. She has red eyes. She says, hello, boys.
Oh, yeah.
So Crowley, Linda, like flicks some Sam and Dean across the room, and Plutus is like, you can't do that, like, because of my warding spells.
Yeah.
So this is why I thought Beau was named Friday, because
Oh, yeah.
Crowley says, your girl Friday showed me a few loopholes. I'm guessing Friday is a AI assistant from a show or something, because
Oh, wait. Was that not one of Tony Stark's ones, Friday?
it was, yeah, but like
Yeah.
not until the more recent movie.
Oh, yeah. Maybe I wonder if it's like a James Bond reference or something. I don't know. I actually genuinely don't
could
know.
be.
It feels like it, but it probably is not. Yeah.
Yeah. And Plutus looks back at Beau and he just smiles and shrugs.
Yeah.
So it cuts back to like a cut in time that we didn't see before. Just after he told the angel that she's going to go with Sam and Dean.
Yeah.
And Beau like grabs her and pushes her against the wall and has a lighter in his hand, and like it is the most brutal way to do that. Like at least get like a blowtorch. At least it'll be faster than just some sort of hand lighter.
The whole demon trap. I feel like you just have to like break it a small amount. So it could have just been a small bit, or like cut a like line in it or something. Yeah, he's sadistic.
And like if you've ever had a tattoo, like those aren't healed.
No.
They're fresh. Your skin is already and it's black. It's dark. You've had it scratched at for maybe an hour or so. That is already burning.
Oh
right?
yeah, for sure.
That like to actually then have it burned.
Yeah,
which I love the fact that this is all going to be healed.
Oh yeah, next time.
Next
yeah,
episode.
oh for sure.
Or whenever we next see Linda.
Yeah.
But I'll say this out. They go with Samandriel, right? Or do they go off on their own?
I cannot remember. I cannot remember.
I can't remember.
Yeah.
Anyway, doesn't. We'll find out. So the flashback ends, and it's back to where they are now. And Linda Crowley says, and all it cost was an island in the South Pacific. I love a bargain. So as this starts, Beau stabs Plutus.
Oh
from
yeah,
behind.
he did.
And I was like, oh, it's another god being killed by a stick.
I mean, that's how you kill
it's
gods.
like a wooden stick.
Yeah, it's so good.
Because then Linda pulls out the stake from
gross.
Plutus's chest and like throws it at the guard who's guarding Kevin. The guy who's guarding Kevin. And then he says, I'm just going to say he because it's Crowley.
Yeah, of course.
Can't do all of my tricks, but I can do enough. And Kevin's like, get out of her. Luckily, the box of confiscated weapons is right there.
It's right there, actually, the knife.
Dean can grab the knife. And Crowley says, if I had a nickel for every time someone screamed that at me.
I did giggle at that.
No. Crowley, come on. So Crowley runs away with a tablet. Dean tackles her to the ground. And then, like, they separate.
Yeah.
There's a lot of, like, attack, separate. Because he doesn't want to kill her, but he does know that he kind of needs to.
Yeah.
He says, getting in touch with your feminine side, huh, Crowley? And he just says something like that. he taunts Crowley into like going after Kevin.
Yeah.
But then he just like runs away again.
Yep.
Dean gives chase. Sam stays behind with Kevin, and then Bo starts shooting at Sam.
Yeah.
And I guess he picks up Dean's gun.
Oh,
that's
maybe.
in the
Yeah.
box.
Yeah, possibly.
I didn't see which gun he had, but he was shooting at him. So Kevin runs for the exit.
Yes.
He tells him not to go.
Uh-huh.
He says, you know what's better than one private island? 2 private islands. I'm like, we only have one. I don't think you need more than 1.
Man.
And like, you're an immortal being. Yeah. Have you not amassed enough wealth that you can just get one for yourself?
Yeah, again, maybe he's just like a lackey though, like, you know, just beholden to greed, so he doesn't have anything of his own.
Oh, right, because everything that he would have would be given to greed. Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense. And then Sam comes up behind him and swings Thor's hammer and kills him with a crack of lightning. It's very, very cool, actually.
He does a little hair flick. It's great.
He does, yeah. Kevin then runs out the room, and Mr. Veal comes back and is like, okay, give it back. Mm-hmm. He's about to give the hammer back over, and he's like, where did you get the 5/8 of the virgin? And he just like smiles and shrugs, and he's like, oh no, and he starts to run away, and like he does the hammer throw, the crack of lightning, and it's just like a pile of clothes and gook that's left of Mr. Veal.
The fact that Sam didn't take Mjolnir with him.
Right? You would think you would.
You would definitely would.
Like, it's a pretty powerful weapon that you've just like managed to wield for one.
Just take it with you, man.
And then like, it was cool. You just killed like 2 gods with it.
You seem to like have killed the only person who really wanted it too, so it's all good.
And like, nobody can pick it up now. It's just on the floor.
Yeah. Sam Winchester.
Yeah. And we all know that it like, you can put it down on things.
Yeah.
So, I mean, maybe it doesn't have the same, it should have the same law as everything else, but people were moving it around.
Yeah. I was trying to think.
So maybe anybody can wield it.
About the like original Norse mythology law. I don't know if it's like, I think that's just Marvel law that it's like, it has to be wielded by a certain person. But like, I think I remember that it just like was Thor's hammer. So he'd get like real like pissy if anyone else touched it. You know, I think that's right. I can't remember my Norse mythology, but I don't think the like you are worthy thing comes into it, because Thor is also like just a bit of a dick in Norse mythology.
That's true.
So
yeah, true. So yes, we cut to Linda running through the warehouse. Dean catches up with her and like threatens her with a knife.
Yeah.
I do love that this word of God is much more stable than the Leviathan one, because it gets thrown around in this episode.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, it does.
And just as like Dean has the knife to Linda's throat, Crowley, Kevin runs in. Crowley then smokes out of Linda.
Yeah.
I don't really understand why he does that. Like, there was no need.
I think because one, he's going to get the tablet. He's, you know, I mean, I thought it was stupid that like while he's smoking out, Noah runs and gets the tablet and gives Crowley time to walk in very casually. But okay, that's a different thing. But he's, and also like as Kevin comes in, it means that as he smokes out, that Dean's just stood there holding a knife to his mother's throat. And I think he's like, oh, well, I'll eventually get Kevin on my side, because the Winchesters are going to like mess up their relationship himself. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true. And also, I guess it also kind of makes sense that he would smoke out, because if Dean suddenly has a change of heart and does stab Linda, then he's dead.
Yeah, exactly.
So he has the opportunity to like get out. Yeah.
It takes a super long time to smoke out, and no one tries to run to get the tablet. So
no.
Yeah.
It's wild. So yeah, Crowley walks out of the back room where he had stored his body.
Yeah, like his body just like slumped there, like.
Well, that was exciting. Good luck closing the gates to hell. Without this.
how does I know Crowley trades in information because like he knew the going ons of heaven, but like what? How did he know that? Even his like vague insinuation at the beginning with Sam saying like, well, if you just get rid of us, then we can do more. I can get more.
No, he does explain it because obviously he possessed Linda and Linda knows. That's how he knows.
Yes.
Yeah.
Duh. Okay. Keep reading and yes. Dean just yells at him.
Yeah.
And he then talks to Kevin. He says, I know we're not mates, Kevin, but word of advice, run. Run far and run fast. Because the Winchesters, well, they have a habit of using people up and watching them die bloody. Toodles. And I was like, truth.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
truth.
It's so true. Yeah.
And you can see that it clicks with Kevin because like the way that he's been treated since the moment that he's met the Winchesters, it's being used.
And like, it's not like they treat Cass any better, really. I mean, no, they don't at all. So, and that's why I think that Crowley smoked out at the like right moment of Kevin seeing Dean about to stab his mother. He's just driving a wedge between them because Crowley doesn't care. He's got the tablet now. He's playing the long game of like, well, I'll get Kevin eventually and figure it out, but like the closing the gates of hell thing, no one knows how to do that now, clearly. So I can just keep this to myself until either I get Kevin or I find another prophet.
Right. Exactly.
So yeah, Crowley's smart. He is a smart demon.
That's why he's the king of hell. And he holds on to that title for the rest of the time.
A long old time. So we're still in the auction room, but it's just Dean, Sam, Kevin, and Linda. And like Linda is like shell shocked. She's just sat there with her eyes like staring into space. And Kevin's fussing over her. Sam asks if she said anything, and he's like, no. Dean explains that she went through something, like it's hell, trust me. But it seems she's tough. She'll pull it together. And Kevin says to him, you tried to kill her?
Kid, in this life...
Shut up. I don't want to hear any more of your crappy speeches. Just want to talk to my mom. Alone. And
Sam just says 5 minutes, which is like... that place is warded. Like, it's pretty safe, I feel. Like, they could give him longer.
Yeah.
And Kevin talks to her, but her face is still blank. We see Sam and Dean waiting in the next room over, and Sam's asking him, like, were you really going to, like, stab her? And Dean says, slit soccer mum's throat? Like, yeah, I was, and I wish I had. Woof! Yeah, this is what we mean about not caring about anything at all, other than the goal he's going after. And Sam is even like, Dean. And he's like, no, it was Crowley, Sam. No matter what meat suit he's in, I should have knifed him. I mean, yeah, it would have sucked. I would have hated myself. But what's one more nightmare, right? And that's the Purgatory talking, right? Because he's killed so many monsters in Purgatory that he's like, well, what's one more thing? And then he's like, does this seem a little quiet to you? And they go back through the door, and Kevin and Linda are gone. They shout after him, and Dean's like, you've got to be kidding me. He sees like a note on the chair. And he says that they bolted, that we shouldn't come looking. And since we lost the tablet, Kevin figures out that we don't need him. So like, why would he tag along with them? And Kevin is so right for this. I absolutely 100% support this decision. He was doing better before they found him.
He was.
So
Channing was alive. His mom was alive.
Yeah,
it would have been fine.
Sam asks, what's he thinking? And Dean replies, he thinks that people I don't need anymore. He doesn't say we. He says I don't need anymore. They end up dead. And that's where it comes down to. It's not about him and Sam. It's about Dean. And because Sam's like, that's not true. You know that. But then there's a flashback to Purgatory, and we see Cass hanging over the edge of like, we know it's like a slope now, but like he's hanging on to the edge of something. And there's someone holding his hand, stopping him from falling. It's obviously Dean. And he's shouting, Dean, Dean. But then that like hand, Dean lets go of him. And Castell's like, Dean. So it looks like Dean was holding on to Cass and let go, and then he died. Yeah, well, at least that's what Dean thinks happened. So this is where this is all coming from.
It certainly is. It is. I can't wait when we see the other perspective of this one.
Yeah, he is an unreliable narrator. But we don't know that yet because he hasn't really been before. Like, they haven't really done this kind of like POV where they're just by themselves kind of thing.
And also, you know, the way they've been treating Purgatory for Dean, which we've talked about, is like PTSD flashbacks.
Yeah.
And I have no experience with this. This is like coming from assumption. And also like memory in general. Like, you cannot trust what you thought happened.
Yeah.
Especially in really traumatic situations, because you cannot look at it objectively when that's fine. So like, it's very interesting to see that like he's framing it as it's all his fault.
Yeah, sure.
Like, the other person doesn't have agency either.
Yeah, like he's taking all that blame on himself, and he's made up a narrative that fits his own self-hatred. Right? Yeah. That he gave up, he failed, because of course he did. That's who he is. And yeah, your brain is a very unreliable narrator, unfortunately.
It is.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, this episode.
I know, it's so good. Isn't season 8 great?
And it's all because they get to play with people's emotions.
Yeah. It's like the full angst, you know? So, oh.
Love it.
I do. I love it a lot. I feel like I said a lot. Oh, that was it. That was the thing I remembered in the auction room that I saw, where they have like the Da Vinci things, and I'm like paint like the Vitruvian Man. There's like Da Vinci stuff, and I'm pretty sure the little card says the Da Vinci codes, but I don't know if it does.
Oh, it says Codex.
Oh, I thought they were making a good joke.
No, it says.
Oh, okay, fine.
I did remember that. Yeah.
Okay, fine. So if they aren't, they're saying what they are then. One of the other ones at auction is also supposed to be Excalibur, and I thought that Dean already had that. I thought he already broke it. Was that not? If that wasn't Excalibur, then what sword was it?
Oh, it was Brunswick.
Oh, Brunswick. You're right. Well done remembering that. I fully.
Yeah, I think it's because I drove past a town that was called Brunswick recently, so I think it was just in my head. I was like, oh yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I am looking up some like facts here, and apparently the guy we thought was Loki is perhaps the brother of Odin. I think it's better if it's Loki. I don't know. Whatever. Why would he care about New Mew?
Right. Who knows?
It doesn't matter. But yeah, it was good. I don't know if I've got anything else to say on it, because I think I said everything in the episode. This was a good Destio episode. You know, I have an agenda here, so I'm fully open about it. That I'm like, yeah.
I mean, this is the Destiel season, so you know we're gonna have a lot of those moments.
Destiel season. Like, I don't know. I don't know how you can frame that as other than I don't know. It's just too many romance books have that scene. It's just there, and I love it, and I love how grimy they look in Purgatory and how emotional it is. It's good.
Yeah.
Because like the dirt in like the creases of their face, I feel like exaggerate their facial expressions in a way that
also
is really good. Yeah.
And also the filter that they put on top of Purgatory is all like hyper contrasty, and so just everything like the line, like you said, the lines in their faces are like really prominent. It's when you look at this season versus like season 1 of Dean that you're like, oh, he's not a baby anymore. He's really?
No, I know. He's got this crow's feet going on, but like they just add to his facial acting. I love it. Yeah. And I still love that like Sam in this episode is just he's having his best time. He's just sort of wandering through life. You know?
I just recently watched Wicked again.
Oh yeah,
and
I haven't watched it.
He's definitely Fiyero, just dancing through life.
Yep. I don't remember. The last interaction I had with Wicked was that I reread the books. So maybe I should watch the movie and see how different
it's good. I had a good time.
Yeah. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's all good.
So yeah, I don't really have anything else to say. The next episode is called Heartache.
Oh yeah.
I can only imagine what this is going to be about.
Oh,
it's probably a Sam episode. To be fair,
sure.
I didn't look. All I know, I just looked at the title of the episode.
Yeah,
I have no clue. But But I mean, honestly, I could probably record an episode a day. Season 8.
I know, it's so good. I do love it. I don't know who's in this one either. I think it's just a Sam and Dean episode. I think so. I feel like it might be a bit of filler here.
Oh, okay.
So don't get too
I wouldn't
excited.
be surprised
Yeah. I don't remember. I'm quickly reading through the synopsis and I don't remember this episode at all. So I feel like it must be filler.
It's because one of the screenshots is of Dog Lady, so we're gonna get more of Sam's backstory.
Okay, cool. All right, fine.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. See what's going on.
Yep.
So, at the end of this episode, we'd like to thank the Pixel Agora for his amazing logo art. And if you'd like to get a copy of that as a print, you can, and you can write Season Great on it, and we can all have a good time. We're also, you can come talk to us about any of the episodes on our social medias. We are on Tumblr, Facebook, Instagram, Bluesky, YouTube. You can even leave comments on Spotify these days, so feel free. Just search for Escaping Purgatory Podcast or Escaping Podcast on Bluesky.
Thanks. And this week, we went to an auction, we bid on some things, and then we misremembered dropping our friend off a cliff. So next week, hopefully, we can find our way out. Bye!
Bye!